Hello, Mikura Cutie here. Today I want to talk about A Bao A Qu and why I believe she is irreplaceable in my current Tearlaments Snake Eye rollback strategy. First of all, I apologize for not showing my decklist in the previous video. It is available in Master Duel Meta and now it is available right here on the screen as well. While I agree that Bao Bao tends to be a mid card in the standard Herald tier builds, she does far too much for this deck to be cut, and I want people to understand why. First of all, as an endboard piece, she is extremely versatile, able to summon any Dark or White from graveyard under the Mayakashi Floodgate, while also protecting herself by hiding outside the board. After successfully turn skipping your opponent's turn, her standby effect lets you get a custom hand and a perfect follow-up, which notably can be a King's Arc to recover all Horus names from graveyard for free. Since Mayakashi Walk is so strong, the pop can also be often enough to stop whatever last hope your opponent has. As a combo tool, I want to talk about how she can also single-handedly assemble your win condition if you have the right cards. On this first example, let's assume that you have either Rollback or Mayakashi in hand and access to Dark Magician of Destruction, and I will show you how that can become a combo into assembling the FTK. Now please keep in mind the deck is very non-linear. Just because you can do something doesn't mean it is the right thing you showed. So I'll go King's Arc, discard Inseti. This doesn't have to be exactly how you get to Dark Magician of Destruction, it's just one way to do it. And now that we've got our Inseti, it adds Magician Souls. Magician Souls can summon itself for free by sending DOVA-SYNDROME. And from here we have two bodies. We can go into Fiendsmith. Since either Rollback or Mayakashi, the cards I mentioned, are spells, we can send them and get one free draw. Doesn't matter what we're getting. We got another Inseti, let's ignore that. From here, all we have to do is go into Bao Bao. So we do our Fiendsmith line. Make Moon, Requiem, and then Lacrima, very standard stuff. Fiendsmith has been out for a while, everyone should be able to do this. Link the two bodies into sequence. Sequence fuses into Fusion Lacrima. Summon out the other engraver. Now we link into A Bao A Qu. Okay, what is A Bao A Qu going to do? Very simple. She is going to discard whatever we have in hand that we don't need. We got discard from Magician Souls, remember? And then she's going to summon the Snake Eye DOVA-SYNDROME, and from here it should be obvious. We already have one of the pieces of the combo in the graveyard, and Snake Eye DOVA-SYNDROME is a one card combo into Curious. So we go search Oz, send the DOVA-SYNDROME, get a Snake Ash, searches the Poplar, activate that Poplar, special out that Poplar. Poplar is going to search Temple, and this was already a one card combo into Curious without Oak. Now that we have Oak, it's a lot more efficient, so Snake Ash sends itself and the Poplar to bring out Oak. Oak will trigger to summon Snake Ash. Poplar will scale itself from the graveyard. And from here, Oak will send the Poplar to bring out Flamberge. Finally, we use Divine Temple, scale DOVA-SYNDROME, and DOVA-SYNDROME will special summon itself. From here, if you can, you could turn an opponent monster from their graveyard into a scale to avoid Imperm. Flamberge effect will also chain block the Curious to dodge Ash Blossom. But I will not be doing that, first of all because there's no monster in the opponent graveyard. Second, because I want to show something that can be done afterwards. So we go Curious. Activate the Curious Chain 1. Flamberge as Chain 2. summon out the 2 bodies. And now, since the card that we have in graveyard is Mayakashi, we send the remaining piece, which is Rollback. Now, what we can do with these bodies, since we didn't use Thumberge effect to pendulum scale an opponent monster. First of all, we basically already won the game. We have our turn skip combo. It's going to beat like 95% of decks. But we can still do more from here. We can go Promethean. Promethean brings back the Thumberge. And since the Thumberge effect is still available, we can turn the Promethean into a pendulum scale. Summon out Doom Dragon from this tool. This is going to be something that is possible to do a lot more times without Millennium Engine, because Millennium Engine, you use Doom Dragon to make the whole Millennium Engine work. Now we have more opportunities to break boards with it, and we have more opportunities to do other interesting lines, such as the one I'm showing right now. So summon it. These are both level 8s, which means that we can go into Zombie Vampire. And from Zombie Vampire we can mill. It's a very strong card. It can access basically the entire deck if we are lucky enough for it. I will not be showing that because it's not necessary. I just want to show that this line works. It gets you the FTK combo going basically. So afterwards we just pass our turn. A Bao comes back. She's going to be a very important endboard piece, as I mentioned earlier in the video. First step, activate Rollback, target Mayakashi, and that's basically GG. They cannot do anything. The other one I want to show is far more simple, but it's still very important to acknowledge that this is something you can do. Let's assume that in your hand you have either Rollback or Mayakashi, or even both, or one of them can be a trust. So all we have to do to assemble our FTK combo is go into Finsmith, climb from there into A Bao. And this is important to know, because you might think that if you are on this situation, the only thing you can do is RNG into more plays, but that's not true, because the Mayakashi Floodgate is so strong, it's just no deck can play through it, that we don't even have to RNG into a stronger board in order to win the game. So here we go, fuse into Lacrima. Link into Bao Bao. And here all we have to do is use our trust to set the missing piece. So let's say you have trust and Rollback, we use trust to set the Mayakashi. Of course this assumes that your opponent used the monster hand trap during this turn. Or if instead of trust you simply have both cards you needed already in hand. You are now going to activate A Bao, discard the remaining piece, destroy one card on the field, and we destroy the one that we set. And that's how we have our combo assembled. We have Bao Bao to cheat engine our hand on the next standby. And one reason this can be important to do is that it lets you use the Rollback in draw step, prevent your opponent from really doing anything to stop you. Turn priority can get dangerous if they are able to do something on main phase 1. And that's it, you now have everything ready to win. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like this content and want to check out more, I do stream on Twitch occasionally at mediocre. Please leave a like if it was helpful for you. I hope I convinced you on why I like this card so much and feel like it's irreplaceable in the Tearlaments Snake Eye Rollback strategy. Bye bye!